I will do is we can directly do it over here. We can make a CSS file. We can attach it. So I'll make a CSS file. In the CSS file, I will define over here is I'll just demonstrate with H1. So let's talk about codes. So obviously, RGB is what we're talking about. If I select from here, this is pure red because we have this. Technically, at the back we call it hexadecimal because the way it's represented is this way, that your RGB, RGB, you will be having 2 for R, you will be having 2 for G, and you will be having 2 for B. So RGB. 0 is for black. This means if I simply select from here black, you will see is all are zeros. Okay. Basically, the next version of Dreamweaver and HTML, they're just representing with 3, but technically at the back you have hexadecimal calculations. So this is RGB. So if I convert this into ones, 1, 1, and 1, this turns out to be white. As you can see over here, if I turn it to white, they're all FFF. So 1 or F is the same thing. So if you have ones, or if you have F, in hexadecimal we write FF, FF, and FF. So this is the way this is. Right? So why do we call it hexadecimal? I'll tell you why. You might come across with a different color. For example, if I select from here is this color. So you see I get a 0CF. So this is hexadecimal form, where you have numbers and you have is these numbers and letters as well. Because by the way, hexadecimal is your base of 16. Okay. Just to explain it, you should know is that the way we explain it is that in number system we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Then we have 10. Then we have 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Right? So, and lastly we have 16. Anyway, I don't have to go into detail. It's not our syllabus. But if we want pure colors, have a look at it. So pure colors are this. This is pure red, pure green, F, RGB, and this is RGB, RG, G is F, RGB, 00FF. So R is off, G is off, and the last B is on, which is blue. Here, right? So which one is on? That's how it is. How do we calculate, for example, if the question says, now look at this one, this is important. Right. So what, can you see my screen? All of you? Yes, you can. Hopefully, yes. So how do we do this? Can someone tell me? You have an idea? No. No. Beta, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Anyone knows the answer?
Sir, maybe we have to calculate 25% of 255 or 256, maybe.
You know it. Well done. So please look at this. This is the most important thing. In order to do this, now the issue over here is how do I know? Because what happens is if we talk about colors, we have from 0 till 255 different color, 255 different color combinations of red, and then we have 0 to 255 different combinations of green, and same case for blue. So we have this much number of combinations. So if you multiply, so when you see color mixer, you get is this 255 multiplied by 255 multiplied by 255. So this much amount of million colors you will find over here. This is what we actually mean, right? So if I define, I cancel it for you. So if I again define, let me do it. So you see these colors that I have. Okay, these are whatever millions they come in, 1.6 million, I think so. Different colors we have. So as you can see over here is that if I want to define this particular thing, 25% red, I will like she said, 20, you will find 25% of 255. That is very very simple. All you do is 25 or simple 0.25 multiplied by 255, and you get a 63.75. Now the important thing over here is you just have to round it up every time. You'll make it 64, you'll not make it 63. So if I have 64, what is the point? How will 64 help me? I'll tell you. All you'll do is you'll write, in case of red, I'll write 64. Then the question says 100% of green. No problem. I can simply write over here is, I cancel it. Where is it? I'm sorry. I'll write over here is 255. What about blue? Blue tends to be 75%. So I'll do my calculation again. So I'll say 0.75 multiplied by 255, I get is 191. I round it up, it becomes 192. So I'll always round up and I'll make it 192. So I'll say add to color. This is the color that I wanted. And this is the hexadecimal value of the color that I wanted to generate. So I've been able to answer this. Is it clear, all of you? Is this point clear? Anyone has?
Sir, we always, uh,
Yes,
sir, do we always round the number up?
always up. If you round it down, your hexadecimal value will be wrong.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Correct? Next question, Excel, web authoring, whatever you want. You want me to revise something? Yes.
Sir, you made a tab over here, right?
Can I get a what?
Sir, आपने यहाँ पे tab बनाया है ना?
Yes, I made a tag. I made a tag in CSS H1 and I have defined it over here. Because
the dot before the H1 is supposed to be in class, right?
no, I didn't make class. It's a tag. We can make classes as well. Do you remember how to make class? The way we make classes are, classes did not come in any paper till now, but it definitely can. So the way we make classes, we click the new, we don't set a tag, we make it class. And we can name it anything. For example, format. Now, if I format and if I define this as, let's say, anything, a class of format that could do anything, like the background, whatever I define should be this. The text that I type should be this color, apply. The dot appears. This is a class, right? And if I save this as, let's say in this folder, I'll just make a folder among many folders we have over here. And if I name it as, let's say, and if I come here, and if I simply attach, oh, I should have first saved. Please save your files in one folder. Been telling this again and again. Your files should be in one folder. So I attach this file with this CSS file and I press OK. Fine. So what happens now is that you will see is what I'm trying to insist on is if I type any particular text or whatever, this is appearing here. The format appears in your class, the class. You get my point. So if you made multiple classes, they will start appearing over here. Classes basically enhance the capability of CSS. CSS tends to be limited. You have limited styles for H1, H2. Classes will help you to redefine H1, redefine tables, redefine all the tags as you may want. You can customize CSS with classes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I also have another question. What if we made a tag
Mhm.
of H1 and then we made a class and we
Mhm.
want to apply half the headings of H1 with that?
Very good question. I'll do it. She says that we are like, oh, I have done it. You see, one is H1 and one is format. Right? Let's try what you're saying. So I have this one text and I can have some other text. We can have some other, whatever. So I select this one and I want this to be H1. Works. And I select this and I want this to be a class. That works as well.
Sir, what if this one is also H1?
If this one, the second one,
Yes, sir.
it can be. You can select this one and you can make it H1. It depends. Now, it all depends on what. When I select this, you see what's happening in the coding. The text basically is being surrounded. It is in between what? H1. That's my text. And it's between H1. That's my text. It's where? H1. You get my point. And when I convert this into a class, if I convert this, if I make this none, and just go. See what happens now. Look at the coding. Span class format. So it has defined this in a class
So
automatically.
it cannot be overlapped.
No, it can't be overlapped. Either you can, yeah, can't do it. In the two words. Obviously, you can't do double formatting. It can be formatted either as a tag or as a class. You can't do it. And there's no point of doing it. Why would you do it?
No, it's just that what if we had like everything?
Yeah,
on
but
headings?
yes, in one CSS file, you can have classes and tags simultaneously, like I just demonstrated. But good question, good question because this can come. Hopefully, all of you got it right. What's your full name?
Yeah.
What's your full name?
Maybe I know.
This was Nabiya's question, a very good question by the way. Okay, anyone else? Please try to be more vocal and ask some questions. How's your Excel, all of you? Where do you lack? I think so. I'm only conducting class with Nabiya right now. Am I?
Sir, I have a question. If we have a list in a web page and we want half of it to be an unordered list and half of it to be an ordered list,
Done.
so how do we do
I
that?
will just do it. I'll just do it. Please, it's being recorded. Have a look. I will just remove all this, and what I will do is I will go to CSS, and I will create is a new CSS tag, and this will be my li for list. Do I see it over here? Yes, I do. I'm done that. So I will come to, obviously when I have to define a list, I would come to a list and I will have one thing from here. Let's say I have a square, okay, and I apply, okay, right? I'll go to HTML and let's say over here, I'll just type some random things, okay? Random, wait. Let's just go back. Fine. So I have is, right. So what I want is that the first two should be, while I advertise the style sheet and while we define them in list, two should be ordered list and two should be unordered list, and this should be done through CSS. Is this your question?
Yes, sir.
Right. So first of all, what we need to do is, let's say I define this as list and I say, oh, here's unordered list. And I select this, I right click and I go to list and I say, oh, here's ordered list. So this is ordered. You can see over here is I get UL or li and UL, and this one is ordered list and ordered list. You could further say is in case of ordered list, you can define is the type is equals to, let's say, A, and you could even define the unordered list type is equal to I have defined square over there. Let's leave it square. Okay, but now the problem is like your question was very good. It's not being implemented because what's happening is since I've attached this to a CSS file, and in my CSS file I've defined square. And why is it defined? Because within CSS I did not have the liberty to attach square and decimal at the same time. Either I could select decimal or I could select a square. By the way, what is decimal? If you want to define ordered list 1, 2, 3, ABC, Roman 1, 2, 3, this comes under the category of decimal. And as far as unordered list is concerned, it comes under the category of base, circle, and square. So decimal is ordered, and these are your unordered. Did you get this point? Clear? No, but how do you do it? I can't do it over here. Very simple. All I need to do is over here, I would say over here is comma and decimal. So there are things that you have to do over here. I'll save it. I'll go back and we'll see is it working? Yes, it's working. Because in my CSS file, I just defined comma decimal. So it should pick up square, it should also pick up decimal. Is that clear? Yes.
There is no tab for unordered list, let's say.
Unordered list का
Yes, sir. अभी आप
नहीं
list-
है CSS में
Yes.
CSS में है तो बेटा बताता हूँ मैं आपको. If
Sir,
I
फिर हमने वहाँ अलग क्यों नहीं किया?
ये देखो ना, get this point. Why अब तो comma आ गया. Initially while I was selecting, I could either select what is this unordered, what is circle, unordered, what is square, unordered, what is decimal, ordered. So I can only select one of them. Either I can select decimal, either I can select square. मसला ये है ना. हाँ, अगर मैं कॉमा लिख दूँ यहीं कॉमा लिख दूँ decimal, then it means it should select square as well and sorry, ordered as well and unordered as well. You get my point? Is that clear, everyone? Everyone, is that clear? The one who asked the question.
Yes, sir. It's clear now. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Next question, please.
Excuse me, sir, यहाँ पे दो copies लगेंगे. Left side पे जाएं.
Yes, but any question next?
Sir,
I did share with you maybe probably 2 weeks back a lecture of web authoring. Did I? In the group. If you say I will share it again, it's 1 hour lecture that tends to have everything that is in the syllabus. It's not a class lecture. I think I shared with you as well. Did you watch it, all of you?
it's on your website.
It's on my website, yes, but I'll share in the group as well.
And
Because at times it's not easy to find. There are lots of lectures, so. But it's 1 hour lecture that I've recorded myself, and it includes everything within the syllabus. So if you want to revise, you can revise really well from there. Should I share 1 lecture of Excel and 1 lecture of web authoring with you in the group today?
yes.
Okay. Do I have more question?
Yes, sir. Can you please explain May, June 2016, paper 32, task 4?
Absolutely. Why not? Give me a second. May, June 16,
Yes.
paper
32.
point.
Task 4.
This one?
No.
No. This is not the paper? This is not
This
that.
is the paper, but it's the last task at the end, very end.
44 you're saying?
Task two.
No, task
So
4.
sorry, task 4. Okay. Okay. Right. You're going to produce some notes for the audience of trainees learning dwell web pages for the Goa Elephant Sanctuary. Examine the file in this and open it with software. Make sure your name. Replace the answers, suitable answers of reading dimension of the image. Replace. Okay, fine. So I'll just open it up. Okay, web development notes for training. Image size one methods. Image can be resized in different ways. Um, describe these methods. Let me just get that. Um, okay, I can just answer it over. Images can be. Can I just explain that way? I don't have time, more time. Now, there are two ways we could resize images. Please listen to me carefully. Well, the first way is you can open up it in any graphic software, and you could manipulate them. You can go to image resize. You could decrease the dimensions of the width and the height by maintaining or by not maintaining the aspect ratio. This is one way that you could reduce the size of image. Uh, the other
Can
way,
you please repeat?
I repeat, you can open up a graphic software, and within a graphic software, you have the facility to resize the image. You go to image resize, where you can redefine the width and the height in centimeter, pixels, inches, whatever you may want, and that's the way you can resize and you can save it. That's one way, using a graphic software. The other way to resize an image, if it's not a background, please note, because the question is about images, it's not about background, but I would like to emphasize backgrounds are different, images on the page are different. Please remember that. So the other way is this could be done in the HTML coding. So you can use coding, and within the image tag, you can write the height is equal to this much and width is equal to this much. Is that clear? So these are the two ways. Yes or no?
Right, sir.
Right, good. Okay, image resizing evaluation. Evaluation of these methods used for in the web pages. Let's evaluate them. Well, as far as the first method is concerned, where we will be using graphic software, I will upload this lecture for sure, inshallah. I know there are three previous lectures I did not upload. I will do them today. So, I repeat again. The first method in which we use the graphic software in order to manipulate and reduce or the size will tend to compromise with the resolution. Okay, and this is one of the issue that could arise. Since we are evaluating, we need to discuss is the advantage as well. So the advantage of resizing with the software will be that you will be reducing the size of the image to quite an extent, which will be easy for anyone to upload. Okay, so the resolution will be reduced, the size will be reduced through a graphic software, but it could compromise with it could compromise with the quality. And as far as your background is concerned, image tags are concerned, you can reduce the size with the coding, but this will not have an effect in the size of the image, in KBs or MBs or whatever it is. Okay, so as far as the information of the image is concerned, that will remain the same. You get my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Image format JPEG. A JPEG image has a color depth of, let's call it, it will have 24, depending on it. Okay, so basically, when you get such kind of questions, they are related to the previous part. So when you're doing web authoring, you will have questions within them. Okay, this can come from Excel as well. Right. Yes, any further question? And you know this, right? The web development layers? Right. Yes, beta. Yes, next question. Anyone? I have 10 students online and no one has a question. Shalja, any question? Uniza, Khatija, anyone? Is it clear? Are you sure about paper 3?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. I'm glad. I hope you do well. It's 11:30, right? It's 11:30 on Thursday. On Thursday, it's 11:30. No, no, no.
Yes.
On Thursday, it's 11:30. Right. 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Okay. Right. No question. So I will share the video lecture with you. Two video lectures. Please have a look at both of these lectures. They're 1 hour each. After you had a look at it, probably Wednesday, you might have more questions to ask. Is that fine? Anna? That will be better. I think so. Please do watch both lectures carefully so that when we have a class, you have all the concepts clear. Am I clear on that, everyone? Dania, Anna,
Yes, sir.
Oniza,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
And please, I don't want that blunder of P2. I want this to be a lot better. Okay? I want an A star in this paper. And we have to improve paper 2, please. I was quite disappointed by the way. By everyone. And you know that. Anyway, I should not discourage you for paper 2 again, okay? Okay, better see you all on Wednesday, same time, inshallah. Right? Okay? Okay, better.
Hafiz.
Okay, Allah Hafiz, better. Allah Hafiz. No, but I did not. I will inshallah check in this week. Sure, okay? Okay, better.